Hey guys, in this video, going to be going over a strong moveset build that I like to go with on my Crobat in the second generation Pokemon games. Of course, Crobat is a poison flying type, leaving it immune to ground, and what's nice about that in a competitive battle, if you're going against a predictable earthquake or other ground type move, you could switch in your Crobat and it would be immune to that damage. It also strongly resists bug, fighting, grass, resists poison, and then it's weak to electric, ice, psychic, and rock. In terms of its stats, its best number is clearly its speed up there at 130. The rest of the numbers are decent to mediocre, where you have HP at 85, attack at 90, defense at 80, special attack at 70, special defense at 80. I'm going to go over this build that I really like to use on my Crobat, which is the Toxic Staller build, confusing and then poisoning your target to put them in a really difficult situation. Use Mean Look to lock them in so your opponent can't switch them out, and then also having a same type attack bonus that you get from a flying type move, you could slot in here to move number 3. Confuse Ray is going to confuse the target, and it is 100% accurate. And in the Gen 2 games, confusion on your target, it gives them a 50-50 as to whether they're going to hit you or damage themselves. And Crobat learns Confuse Ray through leveling up down there at level 19. Move number 2 is Toxic. This is going to badly poison the target, and that poison on your opposition is going to ramp up its damage as the course of the battle goes on, and this has an 85% accuracy. Toxic is going to be learned through TM06. And this TM can be picked up as a prize for defeating the gym leader, Janine. Move number 3 is going to be a flying type damage move, whether it's wing attack, hidden power flying, or fly. And given how tricky it is to get the appropriate hidden power, especially on something like a Crobat, where since you have to increase the happiness of your Golbat to eventually evolve into a Crobat, it can be very tricky to get the numbers right to get the correct hidden power. I'll link an article down in the video description on how you go about calculating the hidden power typing, and this is going to be TM10, which is found over at the Celadon department store for 3,000. But for me, I always either go wing attack or fly. Now the benefit to fly is it can stall out an extra turn, especially if they're locked in with Mean Look and they can't switch out. Having that extra turn of delay is just going to be giving them an extra turn where they might damage themselves and another turn of toxic poisoning them. You're going to fly up on the first turn and then strike on the next turn. 70 power, 95% accurate. And fly is learned through HM02. And another option here would be wing attack. It's not very impressive in terms of its power at just 60. It is 100% accurate. There is no additional effect. You get that same type attack bonus on that one as well. And wing attack is learned through leveling up at level 30. And for me in this move 3 slot, I actually like going with fly, given the fact that it gives me that extra move to stall out where the opposition can be hurting itself in confusion and getting an extra turn of toxic ramping up to deal additional damage. And then move number 4 is Mean Look, and this is going to prevent the target from switching out, and this is great, especially on a confused target. And Mean Look is also going to be learned through leveling up for Crobat at level 42. And that's going to round out this build. Just lastly, to touch on the item, we have leftovers. At the end of every turn, the holder restores 1/16 of its max HP. And you can pick up leftovers in the second gen games by grabbing it from a wild Snorlax. It's also over in a trash bin over at the Celadon City restaurant. And then also if you're trading a wild Clefable or a wild Snorlax from the Generation 1 Pokemon games over to the Gen 2 games, that's another way that you can pick up a leftovers. So I hope this video was helpful walking you through a strong moveset build that you can put on your Crobat in the second generation Pokemon games. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you back here next time.